Hi guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. I know it's been a while, but don't worry, I documented all my journeys and everything that I've been going through, and I'm going to drop them one by one in videos to come, okay? But in today's video, I'm going to be telling you about my experience with the transport system in London. Well, basically how I got lost in London. All right, and in light to that, I'm going to be telling you about the transport means in London, which is the trains or the local trains that run in London, the coaches, those are the buses that run from London to other cities and from other cities to London, and the local buses in London. All right, so let's get to it. Now, rather than just telling you how I got lost, I'm going to be showing you things to do to prevent getting lost and to prevent losing money like I did first 2 weeks in London. All right, so let's get right to it. Now, the first thing I want you to know is that there are trains that run within London and trains that run from city to city. In this particular clip, this is a train that runs from city to city. So right now I was going to Birmingham from London. All right, and in order to get this ticket, you can either book it online or you can go to the train station and order them or buy them. Okay, now what's the difference between the trains that run city to city and the trains that run in London? If you're in London, you can get what is called an Oyster card. Okay, this Oyster card allows you to pay for not just trains but buses that run within London. Now, how exactly does Oyster cards work? Now, you can buy it at any store. Mostly grocery stores will sell Oyster cards. Okay, now when you buy them, you fill them up with money and then you tap as you go along your trip. Okay, now this is how you pay for the Oyster card. Okay, you go to a machine like this. You can see coins or notes written on it. Some will show you card only. That means you can only pay for it with a credit card. All right, you tap your Oyster card on the yellow part over there, and then your profile or your account with Oyster will show, and then you put in your money and then you tap the card again like you can see me do, and the money goes into your account. Now, where do you tap in and tap out? Before you enter a train, you tap in and then you tap out at your final destination. Or if you're going to leave the train station and head to another train station, you tap out before leaving the train station, tap in when you get into the next train station, and then you tap out when you're leaving the train station. But if all your journeys doesn't involve you leaving the train station, right, then you don't need to tap out until you get to your final destination. Now, this is very important because what happens when you don't tap out? When you don't tap in or when you don't tap out, you're going to be charged for your full journey. That means, for example, if the train you got into goes from place A to place Z and you got out at place C, for example, if you don't tap out, you're going to be charged for the full journey. That means you're going to be charged as if you went from place A to place Z, and that is so expensive. Trust me, I made that mistake a lot. Another way to keep track of your journey is when you get the app, the Oyster app, because when you tap in and tap out, after some minutes, you can see everything on your app. All right, so it was when I got this app, because I didn't get it immediately, I realized that a lot of places were telling me I didn't tap out and I was being charged full amount for that. Okay, so in case that happens to you, there's a number at the back of your Oyster card. You can call them and tell them what happened. Tell them where you got in and where you got out from, and tell them that you didn't tap out. Okay, they can trace that and give you back a refund of your money. I remember after I did this, after I realized all of this, I got refunded almost £40, I think. So you see, that is a lot of money, meaning that I was really doing a lot of things wrong. All right, now how do you know your destination? Google Map is your best bet. Okay, go to Google Map, put in your postcode and put the postcode of where you're going to. It will show you the various routes, the various trains you can take with the various times. Okay, just follow this, and if you get to a particular train stop and you don't know or you're not sure that the train you're seeing goes to where you're going to, each train stops will have maps. These maps are showing you where the trains are coming to and heading to in that particular stop. All right, so you can trace it, and you can also see other trains that are heading to your destination in case maybe they're arriving before the one you saw on your Google map. All right, so this is very important. Now, the reason why we got lost is because we didn't know all this information. These are things we learned from experiences, from our mistakes. I'm very amazed with how organized the train system is in London and in the UK in general. They keep to time, guys. Not just keeping to time, they keep to time. If the train is supposed to leave by 4 o'clock and you come 4:01, you will not meet that train there. You will see people running to enter the train. And that's why on the escalator you see that everybody stays at the right hand side. Why? Because the left hand side is supposed to be free for those that are running to catch up with the train, so that you don't get bumped into. How do you locate your train station or your train stop? Follow all the instructions. You will also see these instructions on the train as well. You will see maps there, and you will see various directions in the train stations telling you where to go to and telling you how to find your various trains. Okay, so you have to be very, very observant. Okay, walking around looking for this particular railway station. I've lost track of how many times miss train. Hey, we walked 23 minutes. Next I want to gym. Next I want to be healthy. Hi guys. Well, I don't know. What's it right? Oh god. Be very careful. Make sure you're following the right platforms, the right directions, like you can see in this clip, just like I've explained to you. All right, it's very important. Now, also in train stations, you will see various stores like this, which is very interesting. You will see various cafes, various stores, just in case you need to buy something, you need to eat something. And now we have the normal buses or the red buses that run just within the cities. Okay, now these buses you can also pay for with your Oyster card. So if you're in London, the train stations run within the city, and the buses you can pay for them with your Oyster card. Okay, so once you load your Oyster card, you can use it to pay for all your public transport. All right, if you're not sure where you're going to, you can ask the driver, hey, you stop here, and they will answer you. And when you get into the bus, the red bus, the local buses, they also have like screens where they show where they stop. Okay, so you can just be watching it till you see your stop. So I'm going to tell you about the coaches. The coaches are buses that run from city to city. Okay, now coaches are cheaper than trains, just that they take longer time. There are charging ports everywhere. Usually once I get in, I still start sleeping. I plug in my phone and I sleep, and by the time I wake up, I'm at my destination. Now the coaches are just like the train stations, because I told you everything is organized in the UK. All right, they leave when they say they are going to leave. So once you get to a coach station, look at the board to find out where your gate is. So guys, that has been my experience so far, especially with the transport system in the UK and London in particular. I hope you found this video interesting. Stay tuned for more videos to come, and have a lovely day.